Welcome. Run us through the last couple of days.
Last couple of days have been extremely hectic. Obviously, you never like to see that happen to somebody who's in the same kind of profession as you. So I guess from my point of view, acknowledging all the work that the previous manager has done is pretty big with me. It's a tough job at the best of times. So just acknowledging that first of all, but yeah, not a situation I've been in before. Something I experienced as a player, but as a coach, I haven't really had anything similar. So yesterday was fun, I'll say that. Coming in, not really knowing any processes, never been to QSAC before. Meeting all the staff, worked with a few of the players before, so that was nice. But yeah, head spins for about 24 hours, and then you wrap your head around it, and away we go.
Just with that experience of being a player, coming in and understanding, it's always going to be new, but actually coming in to understand how players are feeling in this kind of, when the situation happens as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in it before, so it's football's a funny game, and the change room's a funny place. It can just reach a stage where nothing you do seems to work, and for whatever reason, that's the way it becomes, and I've experienced that as a player. So I kind of know what they're looking for. They're just looking for some leadership and a new direction forward. Some positivity around the group, and I'll bring my own sort of stamp to it in the way I want to play. I have a real sort of clear picture as to what that looks like, and I would imagine that the fans are probably going to be pretty excited about that. I like to play an exciting brand, lots of high pressing, lots of intensity. So, but from a player's standpoint, you give them what they need, and then they're out there to do the rest.
And how has the response been from the group for you? How have you seen that?
Yeah, response has been great. Players have bought in over the last 2 days. I mean, we haven't done too much in terms of changing the way we play, but the intensity has been very high in training, which is good. Can tell they've been craving something like that, especially out here in the heat. It's been a bit of an adjustment period for them, but they've taken everything on board so far, and yeah, having worked with a few of them previously at different clubs is definitely a bonus. So can rely on those sorts of girls to really help the transition, and people like Meeks and Aisha, the captain, and everything. So they've been fantastic.
And I heard you say on the pitch as well about having individual conversations with every player. How important is that, not just to have that on-pitch stuff, but to have a moment to see not only what's their goals as a team, but individually what process you can help them along with their journey as well? Yeah,
I mean, we obviously have team goals, but we've got a wide array of different age groups of players, different stages of their career. We've got 100 cap Matildas to players who are just starting out as 18-year-olds. So everybody's motivation is going to be different. Everyone's goals are going to be different as individuals. So it's really kind of crucial for me in a management position to understand the goals of each individual person, and then trying to help them achieve as much as they can in each individual circumstance. So and everyone's different. There's no two players that are the same, and they're all motivated by different things, and different things make them tick. So really just kind of getting to know the players as individuals, and it's not only going to help me in terms of the way I coach them and that kind of thing, but it'll help the team if everybody's accomplishing their goals as individuals.
How have you seen the group, and has anything surprised you in the playing group as well?
I obviously had a look at all the games before I kind of came on board. I think it's a talented group, some quality in the group for sure. I've been surprised by probably the level of technical ability, probably would be the best way to put it. Some very, very good technically gifted players, good in tight areas. One-touch football has been surprising. Obviously come from a program down at City for a few years where that's a pretty high focus. And yes, definitely surprised. pleasantly surprised at the quality of the technical abilities of the players. I think from a defensive standpoint, we can improve quite a bit, and the way we press and the intensity with which we press is going to be a pretty big area of improvement for me. And obviously on the attacking side of things as well, that just helps, winning the ball higher up the pitch and putting yourself in better situations.
And what are some of the, in terms of your management style, like what can the club or the fans look to see in terms of what management style you'll be?
I'd like to have the ball as much as possible. I guess, we play the game of football to have the ball, not to not have the ball. So the sooner we can win that ball back and, enjoying it, I guess, for lack of a better term, the better for me. I like to try and play an exciting brand of football. I think we have the players to do that, which is exciting. As well, but definitely a more sort of attacking style of football, I think, would probably be the summary of what people can expect from me. And as I said, I think we've got the quality to do that.
And last two, in terms of bringing your own style in, what do you bring in, and how do you learn? And what are your first thoughts on when you think of Brisbane Roar's DNA and the culture of the club?
Yeah, I mean, I played against Ange's teams back in the early 2010s, so it was not a pleasant experience. And a lot of people sort of remember the attacking side of things with Brisbane Roar, but for me, it was about the tenacity with which those guys pressed. And that was sort of my first experience with the Roar, and then obviously, coaching here for a bit. It was, again, exciting attacking football. So that's something that I think is kind of in the DNA of this club and has probably gone missing the past few years. But hopefully we can bring that back over the next couple of weeks.
And how important is it also to have local homegrown talent as well? Obviously, when you look back at the A-League Women's program with the Brisbane Roar, Tamika's back with us, KG, Holtz, Hayley Rover, Mackenzie, it's nearly royalty of Australian football. How important now is that to bring that next generation through?
Yeah, look, in terms of Queensland talent, you look at the Matildas over the last 5-6 years, 40% of them have been from Queensland, which is pretty remarkable when you think about it, how big this country is. And so clearly it's a place where women's football is sort of, it's just in the DNA of the state. So finding those next sort of players and bringing them through, at a I guess responsible sort of rate is definitely a big thing of what we want to do, and something I've kind of done in the past, working in the NPL here as well. So working with the QAS obviously as much as possible and linking all the sort of programs and the pathways together is definitely something I'm definitely big on as well.
And lastly, with obviously the positivity of Australian women's football at the moment, how important is that? But also how important now is it for you to hit the ground running in terms of, I know it's a tough one, but
yeah.
You can't, you've got to come in and you've got to
Yeah, for sure. And as I said earlier about, coming in yesterday and, learning everything and everybody's names and staff and all that kind of stuff. We've got a game on the weekend. So, it is a results-based business, and that is that's my main focus. So yesterday was a bit crazy, but today we really got stuck into to the way we want to play and changing just a couple of things around for the match on the weekend. But with the World Cup being so successful here, I think that it is kind of crucial that we kind of pounce on things and make sure that we don't have a situation where, in a year's time, people are playing in front of 300 people instead of 3,000. So, which is kind of what it has been over the last few years. So, really looking forward to the challenge and getting stuck in.